Thank you for joining us, America. This is the Dave Ramsey Show. We're glad you are here. Open phones at 888-825-5225. In the lobby of Ramsey Solutions, Mark and Lorena are with us. Hey, guys, how are you?
We're great, Dave. How are you?
Welcome. Where are you from?
We're from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Well, welcome to Nashville. All the way here in the rainy day.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful.
To do a debt-free screen.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. How much debt have you paid off?
We've paid off $59,454.
How long did that take?
22 months.
Way to go, guys. And your range of income during that 22 months?
Between $75,000 and about $88,000.
Good for you guys. Very well. That's a nice raise during that time. So what do y'all do for a living?
I'm an engineer.
Mm-hmm. And I'm a photographer, and I have a boutique, a children's boutique.
Very cool. And how did your income go up during that 22 months?
Started working a little more overtime, obviously the regular raise, and my wife picked up a few extra jobs, and I worked some side jobs, and just anywhere we could get more money, you know.
Whatever it took to make the needle move, huh?
Oh, yeah.
So what kind of debt was the $59,000?
Well, we had two fairly new cars. We had about 5 credit cards that we had transferred balances on, and those were growing.
Student loans.
Student loan, all the normal stuff,
You
I
were
guess.
normal.
Yeah.
You were a great American family. I mean, you had everything, right?
Yep.
Debt, and more debt. Wow. Okay, very cool. How long have y'all been married?
5 years.
5 years.
Cool. So what happened about 2 years ago that caused this dramatic change in your life? Because you guys have gone crazy.
Yes, we did. We had just purchased a house, and I wasn't very involved in our finances, and we decided that, actually I walked in on him pacing around, and he was in pretty bad shape, so I asked him what was going on, and he told me that we weren't doing very well financially, and that if we kept up the spending that we had, that we would no longer be able to make the house payments. So when that happened, we said, well, let's go ahead and see if we can come up with a plan and what we can do to make things better. And we really didn't have any other way that we knew how to do it, because we were using Excel spreadsheets like a lot of people, and we were overall pretty organized, but we decided we were going to take a few days to figure it out, and one of his coworkers actually told him about your program, and that same day I had actually seen your advertisement on Facebook. And we talked about it, and we said, well, let's look into it. And we went ahead and got the home study program. And, well, we replaced your program with our movies. So that's what we watched every day.
No more movie nights. It's Dave night.
It's Dave night.
It was
oh, my
Dave
gosh.
night.
Oh.
Yes,
Oh.
and that's how it began. We the first 90 days were some adjustments.
I think.
Yeah, figuring out
Yeah.
that budget was a little hard to get under control. But
So Financial Peace University home study, you watch the stuff at night, and then the two of you put your heads together.
Yes.
So Mark, take us back to when you're in that room pacing back and forth, melting down, and she walks in and goes, whoa, what's going on?
yeah, well, you know, in the past, I knew we needed to do something. My spreadsheets just weren't doing it. So it just came. We had lived in the house for a few months, and it was a bigger house than what we used to have, a lot bigger payment too. And with all those balance transfer cards, I was just, overwhelmed. So it just hit me. So knew we had to do something.
Yeah, and it sounds like she was a helper to you rather than a thing. So, but Lorena, you didn't know exactly what everything was. I mean, you kind of had an idea generally, I'm sure. Wasn't like he was hiding it. He was just taking care of it. But when you actually sat down and saw $59,000, how did that feel?
It felt horrible. I felt responsible for not being there with him and actually taking care of it.
Oh, dude, you married up.
But I had no idea that this was happening, because when we met, we didn't put our finances together till we got married. And I had $2,000 in debt when we met. So I thought that he was the same way. He seemed so organized. So when we realized that that was not the case, we had to make changes. So I kind of got the title of finance Nazi one time.
So when you got involved, you got all the way involved. Yeah,
Yes,
I hear
yes.
you. All right.
That's awesome. So you went from Netflix to Dayflix. That was one of your sacrifices. I hear a bunch of extra jobs, a bunch of new things going on, but you lived. There's lots of people that are listening in right now, and they're in the middle of multiple jobs. They're digging out of a hole. What's some encouragement you'd give to them?
I would say take as many jobs as you can find. Nothing is beneath you. Just take whatever you need to take in order to get out. I learned how to do things that I didn't even know I could do. I started tutoring Spanish, interpreting, translating. I had experience in that a little bit before.
Yeah.
But I went and got a job at a dance studio as an admin and making a lot less than I was used to, but it helped us. And we just took so many different jobs. He was making salsa, and he was making different foods at work in order to bring in some extra as well.
I love cooking, so everyone at work appreciates that too.
My mouth's watering. I may need tacos tonight with that. Yeah, that's good. Way to go, guys. Yeah. So it's amazing that when you realize that you can do anything, you realize you're not stuck.
Right.
That's right.
You're not stuck anymore. And you claw your way out, right?
Yes.
You can do it. It seems overwhelming at times, but if you put your mind to it, just hit it and you'll get there.
When you sat down, you saw the $59,000 22 months ago. What was it that you guys looked at that you said, this is going to be really hard, whatever this is, but it turned out to be easier than you thought?
Probably the going out to restaurants and then coming up with a monthly grocery bill. Since I love to cook, it was hard to sacrifice. Mm-hmm. I love cooking gourmet things, so.
I think for me it was the budgeting, figuring out how to actually create a good budget that will actually will reduce debt faster. I think that was one of the things, and we actually realized that if we made a specific number every single month and budgeted on just that, anything that we made over would just go straight to debt. So I think that's what helped us get out of debt faster.
Very cool. Very cool. Well done, y'all. How's it feel?
Great.
Feels amazing.
You can do anything, can't you?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you did this. You got Superman cape on, man.
Yes.
I mean, this is amazing. You got out of debt. You paid off $59,000 in debt, and you've never been debt-free while you were married in the last 5 years.
No, never.
Not even close. Yeah.
No.
We also had our daughter, our youngest daughter, during these 2 years. And our deductible is huge, like many of us. And we were able to save up and cash flow that entire deductible, which was an additional $9,000.
Good. It's good to not have a baby repoed.
Yes, yes. And I graduated last week with an associate.
Wow, and what?
We did that. I actually changed my major. I did liberal arts and sciences. It is less expensive going into my bachelor's of business with that.
Good.
So we've cash flowed that. We're debt free with that as well. So.
All right. So your baby's names and ages?
Mia is 4 and Amelia is 7.
All right. We're going to bring them into the picture for the debt-free scream. Now, has Amelia been practicing her debt-free scream?
Yes.
All right. 4-year-olds are generally pretty good at this. All right. Mark and Lorena, Mia and Amelia. And from Cincinnati, Ohio, $59,000 paid off in 22 months, making $75,000 to $85,000. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1. We're debt free!
Did you hear it, America? I heard it. That is the sound of a family tree being changed. You heard it right here on the radio. Who would have thought it? This is the Dave Ramsey Show. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out these other great clips from the show. So you have to break the cycle. You have to flip this thing on its head and make it behave. You've got to get so fired up and wired up that your broke friends think you've lost your mind.